Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm preparing dinner, so I'm going to take you through my secret beef recipe that I prepare for my family and that they really love. So I already pre-boiled the meat and it's ready now for us to finish the cooking. So as you can see, our meat is already cooked. So I'm going to jump right in and tell you the ingredients that we are going to be using for this recipe. Now, I have already preset my recipe ingredients also. So we are going to be using onions, both red and white onions. We are going to be using garlic and ginger. We are going to be using green pepper, ama pilipili o. Then we are going to be using dhania or coriander. We are also going to be using some spices here. We are going to use paprika. We are going to use black pepper. We are going to use garam masala. I normally use this one here, the coriander, when I do not have dhania, but because I have the fresh ones, I'm not going to be using that one. So we are going to be using these three and these ingredients, and then we are also going to be adding some tomatoes because we are going to serve this beef with ugali. So since our meat is already cooked, I put it on low heat so that it would overcook. So I'm going to jump right in. First I'm going to add some little oil. As you can see here, the meat has some oil, its own oil. So I'm not going to add a lot because I do not love when my meat has a lot of oil. I'm just going to add a little to make sure that all my ingredients are well cooked. So I'm going to add a little. This is just vegetable oil, golden fry. So I'm going to add a little, that amount. That is approximately 5 ml, I think, or 10. Then I'm going to fry my meat for a minute or two. So I'm going to be frying it for a minute or two to make sure that it retains that sweet taste. I already added some salt for it to boil in so that it could be tasty. So I'm going to fry this one for 2 minutes. Yeah, have you gone to people's houses and wondered how do these people manage to cook such sweet beef? I'm going to say this is my special recipe. So if you visit me or my family, I'm going to cook you sweet meat using this recipe and the ingredients that I've already shown. We did another video where my husband showed you how we make breakfast using the beef burgers and buns. So today it's me, supper is on me, so I decided to cook them some beef, ugali and sukuma wiki. So I think because I've put it on high heat so that I don't take a lot of time, I think my beef has turned, if you can see well, it has started to turn kind of brown. That is the sign that it has cooked well in the oil. Now after that, I'm going to start adding my ingredients, and the first one to add is the onions, these ones here. So I'm going to add my onions. I love onions, that is why I put quite a lot of them. Also you put onions in regard to the quantity of meat that you are cooking. So I'm going to wait for the onions to cook. I can still put this one on so that it cooks quite fast. Then as that goes on cooking, I will be cooking my ugali. I already heat some water using this electric kettle. This one saves me a lot of time because if you compare boiling water using the kettle and using the gas, you'll realize that it is much easier when you boil it, much faster when you boil it using the kettle. So I'm going, that is my baby's food. I'm going to put it there for a while, and then I'm going to start cooking my ugali. Sorry. So as I also cook my ugali, I'm still checking whether my onions are cooking right, so I can see they are cooking well. I will wait for them to cook until they are very soft, because as you can see they are still crunchy. So I'm going to cook them until they are super soft, so that I can add the next ingredient. So my water was already getting kind of cold, so I'm going to wait for a few minutes for it to preheat again, as I also check on my onions here. So let me So for my ugali, I'm using this sauce, but I don't think it will be enough, so I'm going to add some more. I'm going to take an extra packet. So I'm going to take this one just in case it isn't enough, so that I can add. I'm going to create some space here. Normally hang that one there and put my maize flour here. Meanwhile, I'm going to check the onions. As you all can see, the onions are cooked. They are no longer crunchy, they are super soft. Now at this point, I'm going to add some more ingredients. I'm going to add this ginger and garlic. That is ginger and garlic. Then I'm going to stir for a minute. Ginger and garlic are like sisters. They give the best aroma to your food, and they make it taste pretty well. I can already smell the good too, and the onions too. Now at this point, my water is still not ready for cooking the ugali. Now, since our ginger and garlic are cooked for almost a minute now, I'm going to start adding the ingredient, these ones here, the spices. And because my daughter usually takes these meals also, I'm going to put a little, not a lot of the spices. This one I will put quite some amount. For the black pepper, you know, it has that distance taste of sourness, so I'm going to put quite a little. Then for the garam masala, this one has no taste, that bitter taste, so I'm going to put some amount also. Then I'm going to stir all this together like that. Wow, it's smelling so nice. The aroma is so nice, and it already looks delicious. You can see. Wow, it smells so nice. Look, it looks brown. I think it's because of the paprika. Paprika is simply the powder of bell peppers, the red ones. Now after the ingredients and the meat has absorbed the ingredients, I'm going to start by adding these tomatoes. After adding the tomatoes, I'm going to add these green peppers, hoho, on top there. Then I'm going to put the lid on for some time. Now my water is good now for cooking the ugali, so I'm going to start cooking the ugali as I wait for the tomatoes to cook. I'm not going to tell you the measurements for the unga because I just check from experience and know that this is enough for this kind of water. You can see it's not enough now, so I'm going to add some more. This one is a different brand. This is a maize, that one was a Stes. I've tried both and they work pretty well for me. So this is my kitchen towel. I do not have a sufuria holder. So I normally hold my sufuria using my kitchen towels, but I'm normally careful to avoid burning them or getting burned. I don't know how you normally do your ugali, but mine, I first put it together like this. For those who don't know ugali, this is just a paste that is made from maize flour. It's Kenya's staple food. People here love this. Remember, we have put our meat on low heat so that the potatoes can cook slowly and everything can get together. Yeah, so that the tomatoes can cook slowly and cook well also. So as you can see, my ugali is already put together. So I'm going to put it on low heat for it to cook for a few minutes, and then I'll be good to go. You can see it's pretty white. I don't know whether you can see that. That is why I love maize and oysters. So now, because our ugali is good, I'm going to put it on low heat as we check on our beef. I'm mixing everything together here. Mixing everything together. Yeah, you can see the tomatoes have started to cook. Yes, you can see that. It's looking delicious. And the aroma is heavenly. It smells so good. So the last thing that I put here is the coriander or the dhania. Just look at that. Look at this. There is green, there is the brown beef, then there is the red tomatoes. It looks so nice. So I'm going to add some salt. Sorry. I'm going to just add a little because we don't eat a lot of salt here, but you can put it to taste the way you like it. If you have small kids, you all know that salt is not that good for your children. So you just need to put quite a little just for the taste. Wow, look. Just look at how this beef looks. Wow, look, so yummy. So our beef is cooked. So I'm going to remove this sufuria, or I can just give it a second or two for the salt to cook that I just added. My ugali is still cooking, so I can turn it the other way around so that it cooks pretty well on this side also. Yeah. So I'm going to wait for that side to cook on low heat, just like that. So now our meat is cooked. As you can see, our beef is ready. So I'm going to put it out of fire, and then I will cook the greens or the sukuma wiki. Yeah. So I'm going to put some. Yeah, so I already put these ones. I'm just going to cook them using the oil and the onions. I'm not going to use any other ingredient. I just cook them like that. So we are going to wait for that to cook as we also check on our ugali. So I'm going to fetch the greens. So here are our greens. These are the greens, the sukuma wiki. Yeah, these are the sukuma wiki that we are going to be cooking here. Yeah. So these ones, we wait for the onions to cook as we also check on our ugali. So in the comment section you can tell me how long it takes you to cook your ugali. Some people will do 5 minutes, others 10, others 15, others 30. Or how do you know that your ugali is cooked? So our onions here are cooking. I'm just going to be using this one, the same cooking stick I was using to cook the beef. So I normally fry or steam my vegetables. If I'm doing stir fry, if I'm frying my vegetables for rice, I'm going to do stir fry vegetables, a mixture that I already showed you in the other video for the grocery haul. And for the normal ones, the cabbages and the sukuma wiki, I normally cook them this way if I'm pairing them with either beef or fish. So our onions are cooking, as you can see, and they are almost ready. When I'm cooking sukuma wiki, I don't wait for my onions to turn golden brown. I normally do add the sukuma wiki when they stop being crunchy and become soft. That's when I add them in. So we are almost there. Remember, we are doing this on low heat. I also do add my salt directly to the onions before I add the sukuma wiki, so that they can, once I mix, everything will be good, because I don't normally cook the sukuma wiki for long. I love them when they are not super cooked. Just look, yeah, you can see they are soft now.